we get a little bit more of the military, um,
Yeah, that's true.
which is probably the weakest point of the
Yeah.
story. And Dr. K, they're not really giving Linda
It
much to do.
it yeah, she's just not really believable in that role either. I'm sorry. When she was in that outfit, I was like, that no, this isn't doing anything.
If you're hearing this, we thank you for pressing play on another edition of It's the Stream Live podcast with Brandon and Lauren. This week we will be concluding our review of Stranger Things Season 5, Volume 1, the last two episodes
Right.
before the new episodes drop on Christmas Day. But first, how has your week been and how have you been keeping warm?
Staying in the house, it's been horrible. Um, I'm not sure how much snow you guys got over there, but I think it was Thursday. Like, oh, you're gonna get a lot of snow or whatever, and we got enough that we needed to shovel it. And then, and then Saturday, we are out early in the storm, and it was horrible. It was. I just wanted to get
Oh,
home, and yeah. But other than that, yeah, just staying inside.
yeah, we got some Friday morning. I remember shoveling the driveway a little bit, and then we got more Saturday into Sunday.
Right. Yeah.
Um, so yeah,
And then
it
the temperature just
yeah, that was
dropped
the
like
worst
crazy.
of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
the
was the
negative
bad part.
two. I
No.
don't ever remember being in the negatives when we were kids. Like it got cold, but I
It
don't
got
remember it
cold. Yeah.
being that cold. It's kind of crazy. So they
Yeah.
canceled school today because of the temperature.
Oh wow. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I heard or saw a bus today, so I'm not sure what happened here.
yeah. So they have 2 days to make up. They're already making up Martin Luther King Day, and
Wow.
then some other day, either longer in the summer or something like that. I forget how it works.
It's crazy.
But yeah, other than that, it's been normal.
Yeah.
So we're going ahead and get into our news first up. The biggest story right now, as of hearing this, it's been 3 days since news broke that Rob Reiner and his wife Michelle were found dead in their home in Brentwood, neighborhood in Los Angeles. For a while, reports were just there's two bodies, the ages
Yeah,
of
I saw
Rob and
that.
his wife, but they didn't
Which is like
confirm until later, which was
what?
very strange. Yeah, it's very weird, kind of nasty form of reporting. But anyway, it
Right.
had been determined that it was him and his wife, and they had succumbed to stab wounds, so it was declared as a homicide. We've now known that their son Nick, who has suffered with mental health issues and addiction for most of his life, is the prime suspect in the murders. So
Wow.
he's currently being held without bond. It was previously $4 million, but I guess they took the bond out. Um, and I guess a report said the bodies were found. Well, there was a call around 3 p.m. At the house, and the reports didn't come till later. And Reiner's known for his film and producing. His father was Carl Reiser, Reiner.
Yeah.
Of course, he got his start on All in the Family, and then he converged to directing. So I didn't realize the films he did direct. So his
He did so many. Yeah.
first six films were This Is Spinal Tap, Stand by Me, The Princess Bride, Misery, When Harry Met Sally, and there was one more. One I'm forgetting. But he has all these different genres within his first six films to
Yeah.
sort of,
Like he could have stopped right there. Like
yeah,
he was set right there.
yeah, it's crazy. I didn't realize he directed those films. So yeah, he was also a giant advocate for civil rights
Yeah.
and democracy. As you can tell by the vile things that our president said about him regarding this tragic situation, which made no
Yeah.
sense. But Hollywood is pouring out with condolences for him. And he was just in the season of The Bear,
Yeah.
actually.
That's crazy.
I totally forgot he co-starred this season. So He was 78 and his wife was 68. They leave behind four children, and some grandchildren, and sadly, his son Nick will be facing murder charges right now for the killing. So
Yeah, it was wild because I'm not on Twitter anymore, or X or whatever it is. So I didn't even know until I saw people start posting like in remembrance type things on Instagram. Then I was like, oh wait, what?
yeah, yeah, because I got the emails and it just said bodies found at Rob Reiner's house. It was like, could you tell
Right.
us once their persons identified what we're supposed to do with this information?
I guess that's a way. I guess police, coroners have to um, actually confirm it because that's the same way they did Gene Hackman. They put
Right.
the ages of Gene Hackman and his wife, and it was like, well, who else is it going to be? Like,
It gave very much the Gene Hackman situation, which made it feel
yeah,
like an episode of Law and Order, and
right,
which
right,
is sadly this is more like an episode of Law and Order because there was a culprit behind it. But I'm sure we'll get more tributes and whatnot throughout the week,
yeah.
um, and sadly we'll be hearing about this young man's um, pending trial.
Case,
They're
yeah.
seeking life in prison, so
Oh, wow. Yeah, that's
yeah.
strange.
Yeah. I read somewhere he's been struggling with addiction since he was 15, which is really sad.
Dang.
Yeah, so RIP to Rob Reiner. The other news before that was this pending acquisition of Warner Brothers
Lord.
Discovery by Netflix, which is a sign of the times, basically.
It's just uh I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of it. Like, this country, our media, everything is literally five corporations and a big, big ass trench coat. That's it.
Yeah.
And they're just giving money back to each other, man. And now Paramount's all upset.
Yeah, it's a mess. So originally, Paramount was seeking to purchase the TV brands and film brands from Warner Brothers, which include HBO Max, HBO, and their movie studio.
Yeah.
Warner Brothers declined them three times. Three strikes, you're out, right? Evidently not. Netflix decided, hey, we want it after saying they weren't interested, mind you, and they won the bid with $82 billion, most of it in
Jesus.
cash.
Damn.
So after this, there was a tons of pushback from Congress, from the writers, actors union, directors guild. Everyone's just like, no, this is too much, too much, too much. Then Paramount has issued a hostile takeover saying, well, we can offer you the best deal. Our deal makes sense. They want to offer 30 billion or something for the entire company, not just the film studio and the TV studio. So now they're going back and forth, and I don't know what's going to happen. Either way, if it does have to happen, people are rooting for Netflix because Paramount is too close to Trump
Yeah.
to proceed.
And they already own so much. I when this story first kind of hit, they put out a list of all the things that Paramount owned, and yeah, it's insane.
Yeah, they basically CBS, and then CBS consumed Viacom, and Viacom
Right.
was MTV, BET, VH1, Nickelodeon, Comedy Central, CMT, like all those separate entities. It's just too much. And now they are changing CBS News to be this right wing mouthpiece. So
Yeah.
essentially, they will own CNN as well. Those are two major
Right.
news
Right.
stations under the watchful eye of Trump's allies, and that just can't happen.
No.
So I don't know if it's going to be approved or not because there's been a lot of pushback from the government.
Yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I don't think Paramount's bid is going to work because it seemed like Netflix was pretty confident. Like, look, we got this in the bag, and
Hmm.
so we'll
And
see. But my goodness.
as big as Netflix is, they just own Netflix. Like it's not, you know what I'm saying? Like they
Yeah.
are a
Yeah.
huge company, but they don't own any other entities.
Exactly.
Um, they're just TV as we know it now. Like kids go to Netflix to discover shows we watched as reruns on TBS. Like it's become synonymous with television. So gonna be interesting to follow regardless. In some better news with HBO, they announced their 2026 programming slate, which is chock full of the stuff we want to see. Um,
Yeah.
so starting in January, we've got the return of The Pit. Excuse me. And Industry season 4.
Yeah.
By March, we will have the return of The Comeback, which I never watched initially. I guess I need to catch up and watch the first 2 seasons.
Hmm.
This was the show that starred Lisa Kudrow as like a has been actress or something like that. I guess it's like a cult
Okay.
favorite.
Yeah, yeah, I know what you're talking about now. Now that I see
It's
it,
coming
yeah.
back for a third and final season. So that will
Wow.
premiere in March, along with the new Steve Carell comedy from Bill Lawrence called Rooster.
Okay.
In April, we finally get the third season of Euphoria. Um, it will take place years after high school, so they'll be age appropriate. Shout out to Stranger Things. So that should be interesting. And of course, by the summer, we should have the third season of House of the Dragon. We've got new shows. DTF St. Louis, starring Jason Bateman and David Harbour. You'll have the Lanterns series, starring Kyle Chandler and Aaron Pierre. So this will be Aaron Pierre's like big primetime American show debut, because he's done like limited series here, TV movie there, but this would be like his breakout role on stateside. Just a lot of
Yeah.
stuff coming through the pipeline. Fourth season of Gilded Age, fifth and final season of Hacks. They just have all the content coming.
Yeah.
So it was a good 20 something shows in that little bitty 2 minute sizzle reel they released. But yeah, it all starts in January with Return of the Pit, Industry, and the new Game of Thrones spinoff, A Night of Seven Kingdoms, which would be something different. It's more of a half hour, not strictly a comedy, but definitely much lighter fare within Westeros. So that should be
Yeah.
interesting.
Should be good. Yeah.
So despite wherever they're at, HBO is still the place for pristine content,
Yeah, and I
I
think that
think.
was a lot of fear with Netflix taking over. Is they gonna water it down? Or are they gonna make this Netflixy? Like, please don't ruin HBO. Like,
Right. I
that's all
think,
we got.
as far as I know, HBO will remain HBO. I think Netflix just wants to kind of utilize possibly their film side to sort of prop themselves up to be more
Right.
better Oscar contenders. But I don't think they're going to mess with the actual HBO Max, HBO formula, because that would be stupid.
Yeah, that'd be horrible.
Yeah. In other news, we've got in the award season coming up, we've got our Golden Globe nominations, which were announced on the 8th, so last Monday. And the big pictures nominated in the drama and comedy categories. Drama, we have Frankenstein, Hamnet, It Was Just an Accident, The Secret Agent, Sentimental Value, and Sinners. On the musical or comedy side, Blue Moon, Bugonia, Marty Supreme, No Other Choice, Nouvelle Vague, and One Battle After Another.
Hmm.
So very eclectic choice here. No, Wicked for Good is missing from the musical side. People were kind of surprised by that. Then again, folks said the film wasn't as great as the first one. So the other big thing, they introduced this new category for podcasts.
Oh,
And people were kind of fearful because folks like Ben Shapiro and Joe Rogan were in the running to be nominated.
oh
But ultimately,
Jesus.
they both missed the cut. So I'm trying to find it here. I don't know why they added podcasts anyway. It's not, I don't know.
Yeah, that's no,
They're trying something new and no one asked you for that. Golden
no.
Globe. So the nominees are Armchair Expert with Dax Shepard, Call Her Daddy, Good Hang with Amy Poehler, The Mel Robbins Podcast, Smartless, and Up First. I don't listen to any of that stuff.
Neither do I. I know of a few of them. I especially know of Amy Poehler's, and I know Call Her Daddy. Uh, the rest, no, I have no clue.
Yeah, I just don't. It's very white. It's very mainstream, and that's just not where I'm at in my podcast listening. So
No, not at all.
I don't know how long they're going to keep that category. It's just,
Hopefully, this is it.
yeah. And I'm thinking most Americans who watch Golden Globes aren't listening, or maybe they are listening to podcasts. I don't know.
I
It's
know,
just kind
but
of
a
weird.
podcast. I think people in podcasts have such niche interests that it's not really fair. Because yeah, you say it, and I don't really think I listen to any mainstream ones. I don't listen to anything from NPR or The Atlantic or anything like that. It's always like some random podcast I found through a tweet or because
Right.
I like this topic. Yeah.
It's very specific. Like, the Golden Girls Deep Dive podcast is not going to be nominated on here. So, like, why,
Exactly.
why
Right,
should I
right,
care? And I think that's the way it works. Like, a lot of people find podcasts are like magazines almost. Like, you're going to find something
right.
specifically for
Exactly.
your interests, and they should be rewarded outside the podcast world, I think.
No, yeah, I agree. That's a bit weird.
So it's just gonna be odd. And then of course you got the kind of normal names in the other categories for TV and film, kind of some repeats from the Emmys, and of course they're gearing up for the Oscars. So the Golden Globes are January 11th, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check. Yes, January 11th, and Nikki Glazer will return to host. So
Hmm.
I enjoyed her last year.
Yeah, she's pretty good. She's actually funny.
Yeah, exactly. All right, next up, the Critics' Choice nominations were announced, and the Sinners leads all categories with 17.
Wow.
So, yeah, the big names here, I'll just do Best Picture. We've got Begonia, which a lot of people are kind of half and half on.
Yeah.
I heard people really liked it, some people didn't. So, Frankenstein, Hamnet, Jay Kelly, Marty Supreme, One Battle After Another, Sentimental Value, Sinners, Train Dreams, and Wicked for Good. So those are the
That
nominations for Best
that
Picture.
looks like a lineup for Best Picture for the Oscars, low key. Like,
Honestly, yeah. And critics also do TV. So let me get to that real quick if I can find it.
wow, it's really
So
down there.
best,
There it is.
yeah, drama series are Alien Earth,
Very good.
Andor, The Diplomat, Paradise, The Pit, Pluribus, Severance, and Task. So all streaming
Yeah.
services shows, other than Alien Earth, but I don't think many people are watching that live on FX.
No, I
So
doubt it. I got to get into Pluribus. I've heard good things about it. So,
it's so good.
and I
Um,
fell off of Paradise because when first came out, there's all this hype around it. So I started watching it, and then I just stopped. So I need to finish it.
Yeah, it's solid because that comes back in February, I believe,
Okay.
for
Okay.
season two. That's best drama, and then best comedy nominations are Abbott Elementary, Elsbeth, Ghosts, Hacks,
Hmm?
Nobody Wants This, Only Murders in the Building, The Righteous Gemstones, and The Studio. There's not many different titles there.
Yeah.
And the Critic Choice Awards premiere. So many ads on here. Where do they come on? Hello? Okay. Critics' Choice Awards will be handed out January 4th from 7 to 10 on E or the USA Network.
Okay.
Random. And Chelsea Handler will return to host those. Alrighty, so I think that's all of our headlines. Now we'll go into our Oscar talk, where we will discuss the next category from Variety. These are the most likely to be nominated for Best Actor and Actress. So let's do the ladies first. Right now, as of, let me see the date on this, make sure it's current. As of December 14th, the leading names for Best Actress are Emma Stone for Begonia, Renate Renziv, did I say that right?
I have no clue how to say her last name.
For Sentimental Value, Chase Infinity for One Battle After Another, If I Had Legs, I Kick You, Rose Byrne, and the leading right now is just Jesse Buckley for Hamnet.
Yeah, you need to see that. I really do.
Yeah, I've heard great things about Jesse. People really enjoyed Rose. Folks enjoyed Chase, even though they had feelings about the black woman's portrayal in that movie,
Yeah,
One Battle After Another. Folks are saying Emma's just here because she's been nominated and won before. So,
right, right.
actor, we've got Wagner Mora for The Secret Agent, Ethan Hawke for Blue Moon, Joel Edgerton for Train Dreams, Timothy Chalamet for Marty Supreme, and the leader here is Leonardo DiCaprio for One Battle After Another. So I guess
Interesting.
there's no love for Michael B. Jordan's dual role in
I
Sinners.
guess. Yeah.
I think that's his best role of his career.
Yeah, I do too. He definitely was very, very believable in it. So,
Hmm. So yeah, we'll see what happens. Don't know if that anything will change by March, but
yeah.
that's the list right now. And the Oscars are March 15th, I believe,
Yeah.
on ABC, and those will be hosted again by Conan O'Brien. I had it right on the page. All right, that's our headlines and Oscar talk. We're going to go ahead into our feature presentation. So this week we are discussing the last two episodes of Volume 1 of Stranger Things Season 5. Last we spoke, we were kind of feeling it. We felt Episode 1 gave us a nice introduction back into this
Right.
world. We're about 3 or 4 years from the beginning of this now, 1987. Um, Everyone seems to be looking for Vecna. That's everyone's focus until Demogorgon kidnaps Holly to the Upside Down, and other children start disappearing like Will did.
Right.
Um, and the fourth episode, no,
Hmm.
in the last episode we watched, discovered that Max is alive in sort of mental world of Vecna's
Right.
creation, and she runs into Holly. Holly is there as well, and they have to figure out a way out, basically. So we come to episode 3 called The Turnbow Trap. What were your initial thoughts on this episode and the setup of this new character, dipshit or delightful Derek?
Yeah. I thought it was funny because I was right there with them when he in the beginning he was very annoying. So I'll give him that. But as the episode as a whole, I thought it was a good one. You could tell that it was picking up pace and like what was about to kick off. But yeah, Derek did kind of steal the scene because this is after the dinner party, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, they finally recruit Erica
right. That's right. Yeah, she comes in.
to drug the family because Will discovers that he can see the next target of Vecna's
Right,
kidnapping. So
right.
Derek's the next target. They want to save Derek and his family, so they devise a plan for Erica to drug the family because she's frenemies with his older sister
Yeah,
and get them to a safe locale, basically.
right,
Um,
right.
and at the same time, they plan to uh, tag a Demogorgon and then track them
Track
to
it.
find
Right.
Holly. Yeah, I liked Erica's return. That whole scene at the dinner table was quite hilarious.
Oh, yeah, well, she kept passing the pie back and forth. Yeah, yeah.
That was funny. And she eventually just had to stab a girl with the needle. That was kind of crazy.
Right.
Um, but yeah, the plan actually goes as
Pretty.
as as they calculated. Yeah, pretty
Right.
smoothly. Yeah, Nancy is a great strategist.
Yeah,
Um,
it is.
So they track the Demogorgon, and instead of tracking it above ground, Steve gets this great idea. Hey, it looks like the entry to the Upside Down is just sort of like this mesh stuff. We can go right
Right.
inside and follow to Holly. So they do that. So Dustin, Nancy, Jonathan, and Steve are now in the Upside Down, and they run into the Wall of Flesh or
Right.
whatever,
Whatever that is. Yeah.
wherever that is. And Dustin eventually um, discovers that that wall is a circle surrounding something.
Yeah.
Um, they don't know what. And then eventually, episode three ends with us finding Max inside the sort of dream state where Holly is being. She learns that she's
Hell.
being captive. Yeah, being
Right.
held.
Right.
I actually liked this reveal because I didn't know who it was. I didn't know who to
Right. Yeah.
expect. They did a really good job with it. Um, what else happened this episode? We get a little bit more of the military, um,
Yeah. That's true.
which is probably the weakest point of the
Yeah.
story. And Dr. K, they're not really giving Linda
It
much to do.
it yeah, she's just not really believable in that role either. I'm sorry. When she was in that outfit, I was like, that no, this isn't doing anything.
Yeah, I don't know what to expect. And I still don't know why she wants the girl. Like, what are they doing? What are they using her for?
Right. Yeah, that's a good point.
It's
Yeah,
very vague.
I don't know. I'd say for me, the military aspect of it is weak, and I also just don't like Murray. I don't know. Every time his character's on the screen, I'm just like, oh, okay, let's just get past this
I
part.
don't care about him. I don't
No,
care about Jonathan wanting to marry Nancy because at this point, who cares?
yeah, it's been yeah. There's other important things. What are we doing? Like,
Yeah, I'd rather see Will hook up with somebody by now or something,
right?
or Robin. Like, I don't think Nancy's interested anymore. Like, so
It
much
doesn't
stuff has
seem like it.
happened.
Right. And what's he gonna? She can't find her sister. Her parents are on their deathbed. He's just gonna propose to her. What is that gonna help, man? Just
And when were you going to do it? Like while they're fighting
exactly,
Demogorgons? Like it didn't.
exactly.
And why would
No,
Murray? Why? How did like that? Just lets me know Jonathan. He doesn't know his story is
no,
not
no.
lining up. Um, yeah, Dustin and Steve's relationship is more interesting than Jonathan and Nancy's
Yeah, for sure.
relationship. What else? Um, yeah, episode three was a lot of comedic
Yeah,
fun or whatever. And then we transition to Sorcerer, episode four.
right. And yeah,
Go ahead.
episode three definitely was a segue episode because this last episode was nuts. There was so much going on. Yeah,
So much going on. Everything comes into one storyline, basically. We
yeah,
start out with a random girl getting basically kidnapped by the military. I
yeah,
was like, oh, is this ICE? Like, what's happening? But they decided they're taking these kids to protect them
yeah.
because
They started to catch on that Vecna is after the children, and so yeah, the
they
military is like, let's all put them in one place. That makes sense.
right.
Like,
And I don't know why this teacher volunteered to help. Like, did she think
yeah,
she could make it better? Like, I didn't
there's
understand why she was there.
yeah,
So they're rounding up these kids, and they get the idea: how do we infiltrate? How do we know what they're doing? And they volunteer Derek because he'd be the perfect potsy, basically,
exactly,
to infiltrate. And all that is hilarious. We see dipshit Derek transform to delightful Derek.
exactly.
He finds the kids that know Mr. What's It, who have seen him because that's who's being picked to go to the Upside Down.
Right.
And just the way they said that was very, very hilarious. Um, so he's been tasked to gather them up, and the other folks are tasked with infiltrating the military base from the tunnels underneath
Right.
and sneaking the children out one by one.
Right. Through the bathroom. Yeah.
Yeah. While that's coming together, we see Max telling Holly how she wound up there, where she thinks she is. She's basically in Henry's memories.
Yeah, and
Um,
she's named it like Camazotz or something like that. Well,
yeah,
Holly has, yeah,
because there's a place in the Wrinkle in Time that's similar,
yeah,
Kamatas or something like that. And Matt says she has a plan to get out, but Holly has to return home and sort of distract Henry to make this plan work. Um, but we also learned that where Max is hiding out, some reason Henry does not enter. He's scared. There's something about that place that he remembers that literally sends him
yeah. He
into
just like
into
he just
fear. Yeah.
freezes. Yeah, yeah. It's very weird.
So that was very interesting. That scene was excellent though. The way he had like the one Vecna arm with the rest of his regular body felt very Terminator
Yeah,
2. Um, so we don't know what he's afraid of. While Max is telling Holly this, and folks are planning to infiltrate the military, Hopper and Eleven infiltrate the military and Upside Down, and they think Vecna's being held behind some
like
barrier, and
powerful. Yeah,
that's what's causing Eleven's powers to be disrupted. So Hopper decides he's going to take this person out, and it's basically a suicide mission. We see
yeah.
him strapped with bombs. He tells Eleven goodbye, and I wish they had gone through with it because by now he's almost died
A whole bunch of
thrice.
times. Yeah.
Um, so anyway, fast forward, they're taking the kids out. They accidentally spring a leak in the bathroom, so the plan gets ruined. And this was funny as well. The funniest
Right.
part of this is when that girl goes inside and she's not one of them, and
He
that
pops
little
out of the
black,
ground. He's
it's
like, yeah.
that sound effect. That was
Right.
so funny. So she goes and snitches. Basically, the military wants to get them. All hell breaks loose. Basically,
Yeah.
they get caught and get dragged back to the military. Meanwhile, I forgot to mention Robin and Will have like a one-on-one discussion about his participation and all this. How Joyce is afraid that he's going to die when everyone is at risk.
Right.
And ultimately, it's him not only try to find the strength to not be afraid, but also to sort of live in his truth.
Hmm.
As Robin is sort of like a closeted lesbian, and he is closeted gay boy in the '80s in Indiana. So that was cute to see, and Robin recognizes sort of like his friendship with Mike, and she can see sort of
Right.
like how he longs for him, and whatnot. So fast forward back to the dilemma, they get caught by the military, and Vecna finds them basically. The Demogorgons arrive, and this is when it shifts from like sci-fi to like horror action.
Yeah. There's so much going on. Yeah. This this they've had a lot of kind of like battle scenes in this series, but this one was maybe one of the. I'd love to see the price of it because there's a lot going on. But one of the coolest parts, and yeah, so there's a big fight. The Demogorgons come in, they fight the military, and Vecna's kind of on his way, but nothing goes right for the people. They just they
Nothing. Got
get
their
crushed.
asses served. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
At
the
one point,
military. Oh, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, there's one point that the Demogorgon literally throws an alley oop to the other one. Like, yes, he like throws the person behind him, the other Demogorgon slams him down, and it's like
Yeah. It was
it was crazy.
insane.
Yeah, it's
Like
very
the
good.
humans, of course, think their mild weaponry is just going to take down these
Right,
alien forces. Um, and we get this great sort of like circling one shot of Mike trying to lead everyone to safety, and chaos and savagery happening everywhere as they're being
right,
attacked.
right.
There, Lucas is being chased by Demogorgons in the tunnels,
Yeah,
and Robin and Murray are being chased by Demogorgons out by the radio
yeah,
stations.
in the fields. Yeah,
So just when they think they've sort of like won the battle, some guy had a flamethrower and torches them. Vecna arrives,
right,
and he's all powerful. Makes little slight work of these humans, revives his Demogorgons, and then sort of like belittles Mike, saying, the reason I chose children or these kids because they're weak in mind and body, just like you were. You show me what's
Right.
possible for my world. So Vecna's like building a world and upside down or something. Um, so we think that's the end, basically. Vecna leaves, everyone's bloodied, carnage, and the three Demogorgons rise to attack Lucas, Robin, and Mike. And then we get this shot of Will, who remembers sort of like the words Robin instilled in him, like she just had to
Yeah.
stop being so scared and looking for the answers everywhere else when they were really inside of her. And as predicted, it's all sort of like an allegory for him, like I said, living his truth,
Right.
not being afraid of what people say about him, kind of finding that freedom he had as a child before he was taken.
Right. Right.
And we finally see him tap into this potential that we thought he always had. He tapped into the power, being that he's sort of like been tainted by Vecna. He can control the Demogorgon, so he stops their attacks in all three locations, and then kills them the way Vecna kills his victims, with like the
Right.
raising and demolishing of joints and whatnot. And the episode ends with him wiping his nose of blood, similar to 11.
Yeah, it was very good. It was really, really good.
Very
I couldn't
good.
that episode more than any other episode of Stranger Things made me draw so many parallels to Harry Potter. And I was like,
Yeah.
because now we know Vecna has this mind place that he goes to, which is very much like Voldemort with his Horcruxes when he split his soul. Obviously, his Harry had insight to what was going on with Voldemort to some degree, and now we have that with
Hmm.
Will. And that this is the only time that has happened, I swear, in this fourth
Right.
episode.
Right. Because honestly, the Vecna, like many people say, they didn't have Vecna on day one of writing the show. Because
No,
everything was a
not
Mind Slayer, everything was
absolutely
something totally different until season three. So,
right. He seems like an add-in, and I have a feeling whatever he's afraid of is from his actual life as as Henry.
yeah, me too. Yeah. Almost forgot that while all that's going on, Hopper realized what's behind the door is not Vecna, of course.
Right, right.
11 finds from a throwback from episode two or season two, the young, maybe Indian girl, Pakistani girl, who she
I'm not sure.
found um,
I think her name's
season
Kali,
ago. Yeah,
Callie, or
Kali, who she
yeah,
described as sister because she was
right,
number eight, as 11 was number 11 or whatever. She has
right.
similar. She went through just similar testing as 11. So some reason the military had her tied up and was using her abilities to sort of delay 11. So they reunite. I'm sure she'll play a bigger role in the episodes to come. Overall, I thought this half was excellent. A lot of action, a lot of story
Hmm.
building. It's going to be interesting to see how what happens from here, exactly where Max is, how she's going to get out, um, and all these characters can't simply be all on screen at once. Like, I don't know how they're going to divide
Yeah, and it's
everybody.
good. I'm glad you said that because I was thinking I'm curious as how these next three episodes that come out on Christmas how they're going to be paced. Like, because it's three episodes and then boom, the finale is on New Year's Eve. So
Hmm.
uh, I don't know. It is. I don't think anybody will die, but we'll see.
They said someone's supposed to, or some people will. They've got
Okay.
to end. I don't know if these next three episodes, I would kill somebody
Right.
or bodies by before the finale. It doesn't make sense to have all those people die in the end.
Right. Yeah. I just can't see them killing off. They're not going to kill off any main characters. That'd be insane. It's going to be like maybe finally Hopper or like Joyce or somebody. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But yeah.
Yeah. I do think we'll get more of a Lucas centric episode because he's going to have to somehow save Max,
Right.
and we only seen her in the bed. So like they've got to not slow the pace, but have like a more steady pace, focusing on that and however that
Exactly.
will develop. Um, Yeah, it's going to be interesting. This is going to be a grand chapter closing in sort of like Netflix's,
Yeah,
I wouldn't say early days, but sort of like just sort of
it
before
is
Warner Brothers Discovery comes. You know what I'm saying?
exactly. I mean, it's been what, 10 years of this show? Yeah, that's crazy.
So the next three episodes of Stranger Things season 5 drop on Christmas Day. I don't know if it's in the evening or morning.
Yeah, I don't know that either.
I would hope it's in the morning
I
so we
feel
can
like
get up and just watch it.
I feel like they'll probably do it the same way to make it an event. Keep it till like
Yeah,
8 p.m. or something. So
which means you won't be able to tune in until 9 because everyone will be on the TV at 8 o'clock,
exactly. Yeah.
like last time. All right. Any streams of the week for you?
uh, Nothing new, but I have started to rewatch Mad Men. It's recently put back on HBO Max, and watching it now, I can't believe I was watching it in 2007 when I was what 15. I don't know why I was watching the show, but I was hooked. I didn't miss an episode, and watching it back now, I could just recall all these parts are going to happen. Kind of, I forgot some characters, but um, nah, it's such a good show. I understand why it still gets the praise that it does. So,
Yeah. Did you see the little news about that?
are you talking about the little mishap in episode 7? Yeah, what's crazy is that I started rewatching it once they'd already fixed it, so that wasn't in there anymore. But
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
so
Yeah,
I guess
that
in the rest of that's so funny though. But
it
I
really
guess
is. I guess
yeah,
they restored it a little bit too good or something.
yeah, and you could see not only the machine that produces the fake puke, but the two guys that it took to operate it. It was just like what? So
That's funny.
yeah,
Yeah, that caught people off guard. I've been watching Pluribus, which is really
okay.
good, but I just finished Welcome to Dairy um,
Oh yeah,
on Sunday. It finished a lot stronger than I thought it started.
okay.
And they're playing two more seasons.
Oh
So,
geez,
yeah, each season will be 27 years in the past. So the next
wow,
season will be 1935, I believe, and then the third season will be 1908, and they'll
that's
cover
kind of cool.
two major events from the book that never made it to the movies. I've never read
Wow,
the It books, so I'm not familiar with them, but there's an event in episode 7 in this season that was straight from the book that folks finally saw, and there'll be two in the next seasons. It was a really good finish. Bill Skarsgård, of course, as it was crazy, but these young actors were incredible. The kid actors, so they should be in a lot of stuff
yeah.
coming up. It was really good,
Yeah, I'll have to finish it. Like I said, I think I made it through 3 episodes. So,
and I think it performed pretty well for HBO. Both that and I Love LA did really well with viewers. So, anything else before we get out of here?
I'm trying to think. What have I got planned to watch? Oh, the new Knives Out that came out
Oh yeah,
earlier, whatever the 12th was, I believe. So I'm going to try to watch that this weekend and just anything else that I have in my list. Try to get it out for the end of the year.
yeah. That's on my list. One battle after another will arrive on HBO Max this Friday, so that'll be something to finally
Oh yeah,
watch.
yeah.
Him comes to Peacock. Uh,
Yeah, yeah, we'll see.
yeah, Peacock has too many ads
Okay.
in the movie, so I don't know.
All right, all right.
But yeah, I think that's everything. As far as shows, it's pretty much just Pluribus and Stranger Things for the end of the year. Nothing really new coming out, I don't think,
Wow.
um, until January. So, want to thank you for listening to this latest edition of It's a Streamable Life podcast with Brandon and Lauren. Um, Continue to listen to us in the next episode, and then we'll be bringing you, I think, our best of for the year.
Hmm.
So, our favorite film titles and TV shows for 2025. Until then, keep on streaming.
Peace.